Welcome to the tutorials for the Parameter Morpher. Let's start by opening an active window of the component. At the top you will see 4 buttons. If you hover your mouse over them, tooltips will appear explaining their functions. The plus button creates what's called an element container. The hammer gives access to various tools. The palette controls the looks of the Parameter Morpher, and the cogwheel opens the general settings. For now, click on the plus button. This creates a new workspace where you can drag and drop parameters. Let's explore this slimy terrain component for this demonstration, since it has several parameters that we can use to explain the tool. Suppose we want to control its period parameter. Simply drag and drop it into the drop area inside the elements container. A new UL control will be generated automatically. Let's also add the amplitude parameter. You will notice that bindings are created automatically, meaning both parameters can be adjusted either from the original node or from this new UI. They stay perfectly synchronized. If you created a comp that has custom parameters, such as this one, you can also simply drag and drop the whole comp into the workspace, and it will map automatically all custom parameters. Note that that does not work if you drop an operator with only built-in parameters. So this is exclusively behavior for custom parameters. For now though, let's use only the period and amplitude sliders. So I'm going to clear everything and remap them. Now let's look at the green buttons in the interface. The dice icon stands for Randomize, while the play icon stands for Interpolate. When you press Randomize, all parameters that are mapped jump to random values within the respective ranges. The randomization follows a distribution, which you can choose from this drop-down menu. Uniform means every value in the range is equally likely. Normal favors middle values, following a bell curve, and beta gives preference to values near the edges of the ranges. Now, what about those ranges? The ranges are defined by default by the custom parameters you created. In the case of period, the range is 0 to 20 and amplitude 0 to 1. So this tool uses those ranges to compute the random values using this distribution. Let's select now normal, and if you randomize again, you will notice that both sliders move towards the center of the ranges. Switching back to uniform means that all the values in those ranges will have equal probability. The Interpolate button works similarly, but instead of jumping instantly, it transitions smoothly between states over time. The transition duration is defined by the global morph duration field, and interpolation curve here, as global morphing curve, determines how that motion unfolds. By default, the curve is linear, but you can choose others. For example, an S-curve, which eases in and out smoothly and is perfect for animation-style transitions. Try setting the duration to something much faster or much slower, and press Interpolate. You will see now a smooth interpolation between state A and state B. If I do this very fast, 0.1, you will see the same behavior, but of course much faster. Now let's look at the control labeled Automorph here. This enables automatic transformations, meaning you can trigger a sequence of morphs or randomizations automatically. It is off by default, but once enabled, you can set how many transformations to perform. Let's enter 3. Extend the duration to 1 and press Interpolate. You will see 3 consecutive morphs, each following your chosen settings. If you press Randomize instead, while this is active, you will see things jumping instead of interpolating, because they are doing random jumps. Now, finally, notice that we have here Next to the sliders, also a dice and a play button. Hovering them shows their functions. This is local randomization and local morph. That means that these act locally, applying only to the specific parameter that they belong to, while the green buttons at the top here affect all parameters globally. Let's change, for example, period, and as you can see, only period is affected. Same with amplitude. We'll explore the difference between local and global behaviors in the next video. See you there! Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my work and want to support future projects and access to all my tools, please consider subscribing on Patreon. It really helps keep creation and research going. You can also connect with me through my website, Instagram, or just drop me an email. I would love to hear from you. All links are in the description below. See you next time.